Hello and welcome to another episode of Garachnids. As the title suggests, this one is mainly about what happened at the Northern Invert Show. Can I start by saying what a fantastic show this is. This was my first one. I did know there was one happening last year, but unfortunately I couldn't make it. So this was the first one I went to, and right from the off go, it's been a fantastic event and a fantastic experience for me. At the very start of the day, I tried to get there early so we could be one of the first in. Kid in the sweet shop, sorry, but that's what I'm like. So while we were there at the beginning, I got talking to the receptionist. She was very intrigued about what was happening. I told her what type of setups we had and the type of tarantulas I had. And we also got talking to, I think it was about 5 or 6 people there. Lovely, lovely people. If I remember rightly, they came from Doncaster way. So if you are watching this, I just want to say hello. I'm really sorry I didn't get your names, and I feel awful about that now. I should have really got your names to give you a shout out. But hello, you know who you are in any case. So if you're one of those people, send us a response on comments. So, and just moving on from that as well, fantastic day. Got inside then. It was lovely to meet some of my subscribers, people coming up to me, recognising Garachnids, which is great. I mean, to say we've only got the subscribers we've got, it was a really good feeling, a really nice feeling. It means that I'm getting out to people out there, and that is just what I want to do. I'd like to thank Peter Webster as well. We're a lovely guy. First time I met him in the flesh, and he is a top bloke. He actually he was giving out to a lot of people, little huntsmans, but they're the David Boyle ones. And now I've been after one of those for quite a while, and I've got 2. Although they're tiny slings, I fed them today on fruit flies, and they've gone straight for them. So they're going to be good feeders, and hopefully we can follow their change into adulthood on this channel. So keep tuning in for that. I also met Dan there. I saw Cousin Farrell Ferret walking round, and a couple of others that I recognised. So all in all, it was a good day, but it was lovely to meet all those people out there. The people on the stalls, the passion that was out there was lovely. And there's one thing since I've come into this, the one thing I can always say is that the community spirit is fantastic. We're all there together. We're all there for the same reason, and how supportive each other we are of each other. I just think it's absolutely brilliant. It's something fantastic, to be part of. So yeah, I think that's most of the thank yous out of the way. I can't think of anybody I forgot. If I have forgot, yeah, and you've asked me to mention you, please, my apologies. Like I said earlier, kid in the sweet shop. So my head went. That's it, it was gone. I just saw tarantulas and headed for him. So my apologies if I've forgotten anybody. I do want to say another thank you as well, and that's to Andy of Andrews Exotics. I've been in touch with you, and I don't know if Andy's going to watch this evening, but I sent him a message saying if there's any chance of collaboration in the future, please let me know. My phone had a major glitch and a major meltdown this afternoon, so I don't know if that message got through to you, Andy, if you're watching. So if it did, please get in touch. Whether it's an A or a yay, yes or no, I'm not bothered, but just let me know that it got through. Okay then, so let's move on to the main body, but just before we do, a little bit of information about the next video that's coming up. So I did promise my subscribers that when I get to 100 subscribers, I would do a live show. And that's now happened. So whilst we're at the Northern Invert Show, and obviously making new friends, the amount now is raised to 105. It's just phenomenal. I'm really happy with that. I couldn't be happier. So as promised, I'm going to do the live show. So at the moment, lined up, I've got a couple of team members hopefully coming from my ghost hunting team, SciAps. You probably, hopefully, if you get a chance, check them out on YouTube. They're under SciAps Official, so you'll see me on there as well. But also, my wife has promised, if I got 200 subscribers, to have a tarantula walk across her hand. Now, she's not an arachnophobe, as in she's scared to death of spiders, but she likes to watch them from a distance. She has got one in here in the invertarium that she does look after, but it's only a small sling. So this is going to be a big leap forward for her, and she wants to do it live. So I take my hat off to her. She's conquering her fears live on YouTube. Let's see what happens. As always, in this type of event, things are going to go wrong, things are going to go different. I've not got any set plan of what's going to happen. Hopefully you guys will lead the programme, because if we get enough questions coming in, And don't forget, I mean, it can be about any aspect of tarantula keeping. You might want to see another one of the animals I've featured on this channel before. Might want to know a bit more about me. I don't know. I can't think why, but I'm quite happy to answer them questions. So anything like that, please get in touch. What I'm hoping to do is set up like a premiere thing you can do on YouTube now, which will launch at a certain time and a certain date, just to give you guys the chance to think of questions you might want to ask. And I will do a short video before that as well, just to update you and let you know when it's coming. So hopefully that's okay for you all. What I'll do now is move on to the main body of the video, which is what we bought, and I'm sure that's what you're interested in seeing. Okay then, so we're going to move on to the first of my new acquisitions that I brought back with me on Sunday from the Northern Invert Show, and that's this lovely girl. You probably all recognise what species it is. It's the Acanthoscurria geniculata, but this girl is a big girl. It's one of the biggest I've seen in a while. She's a mature female, and I have two males that are immature at the moment, but it won't be long before they're mature and they can actually breed with this little girl. It is something I've wanted to do for a long time, so as you can see, absolutely gorgeous spider. Sorry if it went slightly blurred there, but yeah, that's the first of my acquisitions. So I have tried feeding her today just to see if she'll take anything, and she's not taking it, which for an Acanthoscurria it's very unusual, but judging by the size of her abdomen, which is absolutely huge, and that she's a rather browny colour rather than the black and white, I think she's due a molt. So once she's molted, we'll come back and I'll show you in full glory, and hopefully we'll get a feeding video. Okay then, next we have a Brachypelma. Now, I know Brachypelmas aren't everybody's cup of tea, and I know they're seen as a beginner species, but I do love them, and I'm hopefully trying to get the majority of species available. So with that in mind, I saw two Brachypelma species that I didn't have, this being one of them, and this is the Brachypelma species Augustum. So as you can see, she's an absolute beautiful spider on her juvenile. Let me just zoom in so if I can. My phone isn't wanting to focus very well tonight, so my apologies for that, but there you can go. She's a absolutely beautiful spider. I think the common name is the Costa Rican red, so hopefully she's going to get a bit deeper in colour as she gets older, and as always we'll follow her on a journey, and when she's shed again we'll see what she looks like. So the second of my purchases then was the Brachypelma species Augustum. Okay, so next tonight is this young lady, which is also another Brachypelma, and she is a Brachypelma verdese. I hope I've pronounced that correctly, sorry, or verdese, I'm not sure which one it is, which is a Mexican rose grey. And as you can see, she's an absolute gorgeous girl. She's actually feeding a mealworm, well sorry, a Super Mario worm I should say. That Super Mario worm? Is that Super Mario? Super Mario. It's a Mario worm. Come on, Gary, get it right. Yeah, anyway, yeah, she's feeding on that. I don't know if she's just dropped it actually, but I tried her earlier just to see if she was hungry, because obviously I'll give these animals time to settle down. And she did take it. She took it with some gusto, to be fair. So her travels haven't really affected her too much. But as you can see, she's an absolutely stunning spider. Even at this age, she's not much more than a spider in this one. But again, what a beautiful lady. So yeah, so that is the Brachypelma verdese. Okay, then moving on. Okay, so this is another tarantula that doesn't take much introduction. As you can clearly see, it's a skeleton tarantula. You can tell that straight away by the markings on its legs, which, if I'm right, it's the Ephibopus murinus. Again, this is a juvenile. I got this one from the spider shop, which is absolutely beautiful. Now, this is one of those that I've been after for a while again. Again, not too hard to get hold of, but they seem to come and go quite fast. Again, this is the same family as the blue fang, so now I've got two of the spiders that were on my bucket list now. So as you can see, she's an absolutely beautiful girl. Sorry about that little bit of glare there. I'm having a bit of a mare with focusing. Let's see if we can just zoom in a little more for you. Yeah, you can see her there now. So yeah, she's still got quite a bit of growing to do. But as you can see, I mean, the markings are coming out beautifully now. Okay, then moving on. Okay, then, so moving on, we have the long-awaited Linnathellae and Megathaloides. So these spiders are amazing. Sorry about having to leave the top on, but these are that fast. They don't move. They literally tear apart. They're that fast. So I'm having to do this through the lid, which isn't easy when you've got another headlight to try and film with. But I'm trying to do the best I can. Obviously, when this one's placed in its eventual enclosure, hopefully we'll get some better shots from it. Sorry. As you can see, I mean, I don't know if you can make it out there how long these spinnerets are on these. Are very, very long. Very unusual spider. Not a true spider, they're actually related to the tarantulas in the same family. So they're quite an unusual spider in a lot of ways. I think they're part of Dipluridae as well, which means twin tail. And obviously that comes from this spinneret. Okay then, so moving on with another one. Okay, so the next spider I managed to get is this little fella. And this is a Lasiodora klugi. It's one that I haven't seen for sale very often, so I had to strike while the iron was hot, as it were. And purchased this little guy, and he came in at the right price as well, which is always a good thing. So yeah, again, another one we can follow. Is just a fractionally bigger than the spiderling. And well, I think as far as I'm aware, Lasiodoras are quite quick growing, so we should see some quick changes in this little guy. Fingers crossed it's a female, but until it sheds we won't know. Okay then. Okay then, so this next one I'm just going to try and feed. Well, I tell you what it is, I'm going to see if we can get him to come out. So just bear with me one moment. Too good a shot. Probably going to take that as it is, so as you can tell. It's spelled slightly wrong, but never mind. But this is a Lampropelma violosipes, the Singapore blue. I did have a couple of these and I lost both slings. Not exactly sure why. Conditions were perfect, they were eating, but literally died within a day of each other, which I found quite unusual. So I don't think this guy's going to make an appearance, sadly, but when he does, once he's transferred into his new home, I don't necessarily mean this actually, because it's quite adequate to be fair for the moment, but as soon as he comes out I'll try and get a picture of him. But at the moment he's just going to look like any other slings, so until he till he grows a little bit and gets some colour, he's not going to look any different. Okay then, moving on. Okay, so this next little sling is the Pteronachilus murinus, better known as the OBT, except this one, as we can see coming out, isn't an OBT. He's not the orange Babylon Trangia. This is the Tete one, which is more of a chocolate or tan colour. So you just saw him briefly there. Again, we'll watch him as he grows and hopefully he'll keep that lovely colour. So okay then, moving on. Okay, so this next spider is a little hard to see. It's refused some food at the moment, so I don't know if it's pre-molt or whether she's not hungry yet. You can see her abdomen down there on her legs. Now this is one I've not seen before, and if I just pan down, it's the Kilobrakis Nongyang Plong. Quite an amusing name, but yeah, I've never heard this one before, so I thought I'd have to get one and see what they're like. Being it a Kilobrakis, I'm sure it's going to be a feisty, fast-moving little nightmare, to be honest, but I love spiders like that. Something with a bit of a challenge. Let's see if I can just zoom down a little more. Yeah, you can just see her abdomen there. She's a lovely olive green at the moment. I'm not fully sure of the colours when this is adult. I'm sure there's somebody out there that can tell me though. So yeah, something a bit more unusual for the invertarium. So yeah, moving on. Okay then, something other than the spider that I picked up. So one of the things I've always wanted since I started keeping spiders and scorpions, I actually started keeping scorpions first, before I started keeping spiders, and I always wanted an emperor scorpion, and as most of us know now, they're nearly impossible to get hold of, and when you do get hold of them, they go for silly money. So this one is part of that family though, so in a way I've got one of the family members, and this is the Pandidus? Excuse me if I've murdered or butchered that, and it's Vitatus, I think it's pronounced. I will put it at the bottom of the screen where it's called, because for some reason my brain has stopped working today and I just can't remember, but it is part of the Emperor Scorpion family in any case, and as it gets a little bit older its claws will become more red, although you can see now they are starting to just change colour. You can see its telson, which is the part where the stinger is, that's already going red, and the legs turn a shade of red as well, so it's going to look a beautiful scorpion when it's molted a couple of times and become adult. But yeah, definitely when I was looking for this, and again once again at the right price, at a price that meant I could afford to buy it. I think it's Pandinus, isn't it? Pandinus Vitatus. Oh, Vitius or something like that. Oh well, we'll move on. Like I say, I'll put the name at the bottom of the screen. Okay, so the last few are all slings, and these are the little guys that Peter brought it for me. Very hard to focus on them, unfortunately. Just see. So these are the David Bowie huntsmen. Sorry if that's gone really grainy, but these spiders are so tiny it's hard to get a decent picture of them. Let me just see if I can is there any way I can make it so. I think it's one of the flies. You can just see it's nearly impossible to see it, my apologies, but there is a couple in there and they're both doing really well. See if I can hold it there. That's a little bit better, you can just see it there, but they're already an orangey colour, which is amazing. But absolutely lovely spiders, and that one's still got the fly in its mouth. I fed it earlier. So good feeders as well, which is a great sign that they're going to grow. So yeah, I just want to say thank you again to Peter Webster for those absolutely lovely spiders. Okay then, so moving on. Okay then guys, again sorry if the picture's a little grainy, but I've had to zoom in really quite far on these. So this little guy is one of those. Let me just go down. So I think they're coming in, this is something like the dwarf chestnut baboon or something similar. I didn't realise until I picked up these guys that they could live communally, so it would have been nice to get a few of them and obviously set up that communal, but never mind, I'm sure I'll come across them again. But I'm going to try and keep these two separate and just make sure that they grow safely, because obviously with a communal you never know if they're going to eat each other. But yeah, I have two of these little guys, both exactly the same, so I'll just show you this one. Okay then, moving on. Okay, I don't know if you can just make out that little spiderling there. Again, I'm struggling to focus on it properly. I can just see it moving there, yeah. So these two little guys came back with me. I'd fully remembered the name until I hit the house, whereupon I totally forgot what they were called. I have my suspicions they are Lampropelma nigerium. I certainly know that the latter half of the name was something to do with Nigerium, but I'm not sure on the Lampropelma. I did some searches and the only one I could find was a Lampropelma, but I'm not sure. So if you remember selling these spiders, if I describe where they were, if as you walked into the hall, they're in the far right corner. So if you think of the four corners of the wall, it's not the first one as you walked in through the doors. It's not the far corner left, it was a far corner right, and it was a gentleman with quite an impressive beard that sold me these. So if that gentleman's watching, or you also bought some of these spiders, do please let me know what they are for definite. As I say, I think the Lampropelmas, but I'm not sure, not 100% sure. And I made the classic schoolboy error of not writing the name down, because unfortunately they don't have a label on the tub. So it could be interesting in any case as they grow. I mean, once they do put on a bit of size, we might be able to tell in any case, but I would like to know what they are. Okay then, so that pretty much covers the slings I've bought and the other spiders. So I hope you've enjoyed that. Yeah, so once again, thank you for tuning in. Hope you've enjoyed this video. It just showed you the selection that I got from the Northern Invert Show. I've not done any rehousings yet. I'm going to try and record them, and then obviously we can do another video with that. I'm sorry I didn't get this out last night, but unfortunately once I got back I was really busy doing other things. Weekends can be really busy for me because it's the only time I get to concentrate on the ghost hunting side of things I do, and obviously on this it's when I tend to do a lot of my feedings and cleaning outs and stuff like that. It's when I've got the time, so my apologies for not getting it out first thing last night when I got back. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed it. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't. You know the rest. Subscribe please if you want to see more of this content. Remember to press that little bell, the notifications bell, and please don't forget, I have a Patreon site. Be the first to donate. So please support this, because I mean, this little lot I picked up yesterday, well, I'm not embarrassed to say, but it's birthday money. If it had been for my 50th birthday, we wouldn't have these lovely animals to look at, and we're all tight on money at the moment, no more so than me. So anything you can donate will either go towards buying some new things. If you suggest something you want to see, I will make sure I get that if the money's there. Obviously if you pay for that, I will get it, I promise that. It also goes towards the upkeep of the room, the heating, the feeding, all that type of thing. So please, any little thing you can put onto Patreon would help. I feel like I'm groveling a bit now, but we all know the story in any case, so I'm not going to harp on about that. I just want to say as well, just one more time, thank you so much for all the people who watch this channel, that subscribed, that supported me, that sent kind words of support. You're the reason I do this. We know the reasons for doing a YouTube channel. Just thank you. It's just one of the things. I mean, to see the subscribers go above 100 and, well, 105 now. I just never thought I'd get this far, not even this far. So yeah, keep tuned, keep coming back, and I will have the details of that live broadcast I'm going to do very shortly. So until then, have a good night and sleep tight, really. Make sure the spiders don't bite. See you later. Bye bye.